I am, in addition to being a Jordanian, as my colleagues in Jordan know, I'm also a Canadian, and that's why I resigned from the Senate when it was announced that officials should not hold dual nationality. So I immediately submitted my resignation in respect of in great respect and in application of the law. So I welcome you as a fellow colleague from Montreal, where I have my base. So and I also want to say that you have been the major force in producing this report, and your contribution was invaluable. It's impossible to appreciate how much we value your role in developing this report. I want to try, before I'm just making very brief comments on a number of things, but when I was also asked by the UN Secretary to chair the UN Global Alliance on ICT and Development, I called for a number of things. One of them was, as it has been mentioned, to make ICT a human right. And I'm glad that the process I started carried momentum, and we are now in acceptance of the fact that ICT, not just knowledge, but access to ICT must be a human right. But I also argued against the mandate which was given by the UN at the World Summit, which I participated in to represent the global business community. They were talking about ICT as an enabler, and I fully agree. But I said there are two enablers, and they are jointly interacting as enablers, education and ICT. You need education to have any ICT literacy. You need education to use ICT. And similarly, ICT is an enabler in developing education, which we are now talking about as the digital education, and I'm honored to have my colleagues in the Commission, Dr. Hanetti, and the leader of the task force, the president of Al Bayt, here in this commission, which we have formed to develop digital accreditation standards for education, academic education. So there is a great momentum now on education. Now we have finished these 5 countries, and there will be, after this break, after the break, there will be a technical session which Peter Wallet will lead. But this is only the first tranche. As you know, we have done Egypt, Jordan, Oman, Qatar, and Palestine. I had an early meeting with my colleagues from UNESCO, and we posed a few questions. What next? Do we want to help these 5 countries in making use of this report, or we just deliver it to them and it's their business? Also, we want to ask whether we want to continue with the next 5 countries until we finish all of the Arab states. This will be discussed also between us, but we would be interested in your input as well. And then we need to we're talking about basic education, which is great, and we have a lot that's going on. We are very happy to see that there is a great momentum in all the Arab countries in introducing ICT in basic education. But we want to talk about higher education as well in our joint relationship. Also, what do we want to talk about? Do we want to continue to talk about ICT-based education, which is completely different from digital education or smart education? This is another level. Now, we're talking all of these tracks at the same time. We're doing a lot in ICT, introducing ICT to classic or traditional education, but we also see another track that is growing, which is digital and smart education. So all of this is very important, and it will be a subject of discussion in our partnership with UNESCO. And I'd like also to raise, and that's why I left the League of Arab States, Dr. Majda Zaki is a great friend too, and we are delighted that you are here. We see you in Cairo, but we're very happy to see you here, and saw you in other countries, but we're very happy to welcome you in Jordan. We are working very closely with the League of Arab States on many tracks, and education is one of them. Actually, we have a number of bilateral arrangements with the League of Arab States on different issues, all of them in the field of capacity building. So I would like to also discuss with our UNESCO partners how we can engage the League of Arab States, under whose umbrella we work in many things. I am the chair, as it's been mentioned, of